All right, let's begin. We're going to start by chaining 17 chains for our foundation row. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 17. Great. For round 1, and this is a round, we're going to double crochet into the 4th chain of our crochet hook. The skipped 3 chains do count as our first double crochet stitch. All right, go ahead and make 1 double crochet in the next 12 chains. When you reach the very last chain, make 2 double crochet stitches in that chain and actually rotate, so that way you're going to start working your stitches on the other side of that foundation row. All right, make 1 double crochet stitch on the other side of that foundation row chain for the next 13 stitches. Great. Once you get to the end here, we're going to look for that chain 3 that was at the very beginning of round 1. Now slip stitch into the top of the chains of that chain 3 to close round 1. You should technically end with a total of 28 double crochet stitches. Don't forget that beginning chain 3 counts as a double crochet stitch. For round 2, start by chaining 2. Now we're going to make 1 double crochet stitch in every stitch all the way around. A total of 28 double crochet stitches. That chain 2 does count as our first stitch, so go ahead and make your first actual double crochet stitch in the 2nd stitch. Great. To close round 2, go ahead and slip stitch into the top chain of that chain 2 from the beginning. And great. Let's go ahead and look at what we got here. For round 3, we're going to start by chaining 2. Now we're going to make half double crochet stitches. So make 1 half double crochet stitch in every stitch all the way around. The chain 2 does count as our first stitch, so our actual first half double crochet stitch will be worked in the 2nd stitch. You're going to count to 28 half double crochet stitches at the end of round 3. All right, to close round 3, go ahead and slip stitch into the top chain. Awesome. For round 4, we're actually going to make that braided stitch look. We're going to start by chaining 2. Find the V at the top of the stitch. We got the front loop, we got the back loop. Now if we keep turning, we're going to see a bar or a line, a horizontal line, right behind the back loop. We want to place our crochet hook underneath that loop. It's also known as the 3rd loop or the 3rd hump, and we're just going to refer to it as that 3rd loop. Make your double crochet stitch into that 3rd bar. Now for the rest of round 4, we are making double crochet stitches into that 3rd bar. So keep looking for that V at the top of the stitch and continue to turn, looking for the horizontal bar behind the back loop. And make your double crochet stitch. All right, go ahead and continue on. You should end round 4 with a total of 28 double crochet stitches. Just make sure to count so you stay on track. At the end of round 4, go ahead and slip stitch into the top chain of that beginning chain 2 to close the round. All right, for round 5, we are just going to repeat what we did in round 3. So start by chaining 2 and then make 1 half double crochet stitch in every stitch around. Every round will have a total of 28 stitches, so just keep that in mind. At this point, we have officially entered into our repeat. So round 5 through the end of round 10, all we are doing is repeating rounds 3 and round 4. So you're going to have 1 round of half double crochet stitches and then 1 round of double crochet stitches in that 3rd loop or that 3rd hump. And then repeat half double crochet stitches and then double crochet stitches in that 3rd hump. Repeat through round 10, and at the end of round 10, I'll show you what to do next. You got this. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at our soap sack so far. Look at that beautiful braided stitch. It has this awesome technique which provides this texture, this exfoliant, which is perfect for soap sacks. Moving on to round 11. So we're going to start by chaining 3. The chain 3 counts as our first double crochet stitch plus chain 1. Skip the next stitch and then double crochet into the following stitch. For round 11, we're going to be repeating this pattern. Chain 1, skip 1, double crochet. Chain 1, skip 1, double crochet. Repeat all the way around for round 11. I'll meet you at the end of round 11 to show you how to close and move on. All right, at the end of round 11, here's how we're going to close. We're going to chain 1, and then we're going to look at the first chain 3, and we're going to slip stitch into the second chain, or the middle chain there, because that chain 3 counted as a double crochet plus chain 1. We want to make sure that we slip stitch into that second chain there. Moving on to our last round, round 12, start by chaining 2. We're going to make 1 double crochet stitch around the chain 1, and 1 double crochet stitch into the next stitch. We're going to repeat this all the way around, making a double crochet stitch around the chain 1 and a double crochet stitch into the stitch itself. You should end round 12 with a total of 28 stitches. We're still on track, so make sure to count so that way nothing has changed. All right, at the end of round 12, go ahead and slip stitch into the top chain of the beginning chain 2 to close the round. Awesome. Grab your scissors, tie off your work. Beautiful. Next thing we're going to do is create the drawstring. To make the drawstring, we're going to chain 50 chains. This is going to take a second. Don't worry about it. Go ahead and get through your 50 chains, and I'll meet back up with you when you're done. All right, when you have reached all 50 chains, go ahead and tie off your work. Grab those scissors and pull the yarn through the loop on your hook. Perfect. All right, before we tie the 2 ends to make a ring, we need to weave this long chain through round 11. So I'm going to go ahead and take the long chain, and I'm going to weave it in and out of double crochet stitches all the way around round 11. I'm going to leave 1 whole cube section or double crochet chain 1, skip 1 double crochet section open. I want both of my strands to be coming out of the soap sack. All right, go ahead and tie both ends together to close the ring. And then we're going to grab our yarn needle and we're going to weave in all the ends to complete the project. I hope you love it, guys. I know I do, and I plan on making a whole bunch of these soap sacks for my next soap sack campaign, but they do also make amazing gifts. So if you make any of these soap sacks, please post pictures on social media and tag me at Crochet with Tiffany so I can get a chance to see what you made. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I hope you had fun, and I'll see you in the next one.